Good day, America, and welcome to Breaking News, the show where we take serious stuff and make it ridiculous. You know, like that time you accidentally clicked reply all on an email and immediately regretted your life choices? Yeah, that's the vibe we're going for. Let's dive in. First up, we've got a story that's literally straight out of a conspiracy theorist's dream. Elon Musk is getting into the government business. That's right, folks. He's now emailing federal workers, asking them to justify their existence. Yep, hey, you work for the government. Prove you're not just here to steal pens and complain about Mondays. And apparently, the U.S. Office of Personnel Management is like, feel free to ignore him. I'm sorry, but I can't think of a more professional way to say thanks but no thanks than just ghosting him. Maybe they'll send him a meme next time with a middle finger emoji. Who knows? Speaking of government shakeups, did you hear the latest? President Trump appointed none other than podcaster Dan Bongino as deputy director of the FBI. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a good podcast, but I'm not sure if I want the guy who spends 4 hours a day yelling into a microphone investigating national security threats. Imagine him in a meeting. Wait, you're telling me the Russians hacked our election? That's just like when my Wi-Fi goes out. Total disaster. But I'll tell you who really wants to destroy America. My ex-wife. Next up, an absolute bombshell, pun intended, coming out of the courtroom. A federal judge just ruled that the Gulf of Mexico is now officially called the Gulf of America. Yep, that's right. Apparently, the ocean's just not American enough for some people. I mean, what's next? Is the Grand Canyon going to be rebranded as Freedom Hole? Maybe Mount Rushmore is getting a name change to Presidential Headland? I can just picture the meeting now. All right, folks, what other iconic landmarks need to be renamed to reflect the American spirit? What about the Statue of Liberty? Should we change it to, I don't know, Lady Liberty's big welcome sign for tourists? Meanwhile, in a bizarre twist, Elon Musk's Doge team, yes, you heard that right, Doge, was just blocked from accessing sensitive government data. Apparently, efficiency doesn't mean give Musk all the secrets. It means please keep him out of our files. I mean, I can't imagine the kind of spreadsheet he'd create. Okay, let's just put a column for classified and another one for what does this button do? And while we're talking about foreign relations, Ukrainian President Zelensky has just turned down a massive U.S. minerals deal. He said, and I quote, "We appreciate the help, but we're not signing up for a $500 billion IOU. So America's response was like, hey, it's not a loan. It's more of a friendly suggestion with lots of strings attached. And moving right along to irony overload, there was an anti-Trump conference in Washington, D.C. that had to be evacuated because of a bomb threat. Yeah, because when you're protesting a government that could drop bombs on you at any time, the best response is drop your snacks and get out of the room. The irony wasn't lost on anyone. The attendees were like, we came here to discuss existential threats to democracy, not, oh wait, this is happening right now. Okay, in more shocking news, Apple has announced a $500 billion investment in Texas, which includes a shiny new factory. And here's the kicker, folks, they're renaming Texas to iState. Yep, just roll it off your tongue. Welcome to iState, where everything is faster, more expensive, and has a screen that cracks when you look at it. And here's a fun one. French President Macron visits the White House and, well, guess what he brought as a gift? Baguettes. But get this, when he left, he walked out with burgers. Goodbye, baguette, hello, Big Mac. It's the ultimate cultural exchange. We'll give you our fancy bread, you give us your greasy happiness in a bun. Speaking of the French, here's some big news on the global stage. President Trump is actually defending Musk's new plan to make government agencies more efficient. Musk is, of course, in charge of everything now, including federal efficiency. And Trump's latest brilliant idea? A new reality show, Survivor Federal Employee Edition. The catch? If you lose, you're out of a job, and you're forced to work for Dan Bongino in the FBI. No one's gonna get that rose, folks. And finally, here's one for all of you fans of hide and seek. A federal judge just ruled that immigration agents cannot raid houses of worship. Yep, churches are now officially sanctuary hide-and-seek champions. I can just imagine it. You're in the middle of Mass, and suddenly it's like, find the fugitive, or the holy hiding game. No one expects Father Bob to be hiding a runaway immigrant behind the organ. But hey, you never know in 2025. Well, there you have it. A quick, totally real, and absolutely chaotic run through today's top stories. Stay tuned for next week, when we'll probably be talking about how the White House started issuing refunds for bad ideas. Until then, keep it weird, folks.